Good afternoon. I am so excited. This is Denise Thomas, the Effective Communication Coach, coming to you from the beautiful city of New York, New York. And I am here with a living legend. And when I use the term living and legend, I mean that in the literal sense. This lady, this amazing woman, has played so many roles in terms of how young African Americans, seasoned African Americans, people all over the world, people across all different genres, diversities, ethnicities, races, have connected with celebrities, have connected with leaders all over the world. And I am speaking about no one other than the Jamie Foster Brown. For the next 5 minutes, you're going to have 3 parts of getting to know and having a conversation with Jamie. And I know that all the women out there and all the men out there that grew up before TMZ, before social media, before the World Wide Web, if you wanted to have access, intimate access to any celebrity that you can imagine, it was only through Jamie Foster Brown and Sister to Sister magazine. What I want each of you out there to understand is that before Sister to Sister magazine, Jamie Foster Brown cultivated what we again know as Black entertainment television. It's important that we know legends, their story, before they're gone. We need to hear their story, understand what they're all about and what they're going to be doing. So, without further ado, Jamie, am so excited to be here.
I want some more ado. I like that ado.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, Denise, how are you?
I'm so good, Jamie. I just love you so much. And I know so many people out here not only love you, but we've missed you and we need you because
I need you all.
We love you. We need you, and whatever you need from us, we're going to give it to you.
I'm going to ask.
Yes. So speaking of that, I don't want to do much talking. I just want to have a conversation with you. And the reason why, in my role as the Effective Communication Coach, I really want us to get back to having us being society, having conversations. And in conjunction with that, Jamie, I want people to understand that we all have the capacity to be great, but it's important that in order to position ourselves for greatness, that we focus on people who are here and that have paved the way for us and are continuing to do great things. Let me just ask y'all, do y'all see this wonderful woman right here? Look at her. Jamie, do you care sharing with us how young you are?
You know, a lot of people say you shouldn't say how old you are, but I'm thankful for God leaving me on this earth for 71 years. And I am so grateful to the people, my parents, all of them that came before me. You can't throw away the wisdom that is attained with people as you get older. So that's why I'm sitting here with you now, because I'm upset about what's happening to my people, my Black people, whom I love more than life itself. I'm so in love with you all. And yet I see that we're so mean and we say so many terrible things to each other, about each other. It's like it's so demonic right now. So I feel that even though I sort of shut down the magazine and my husband passed, which was the light of my life, incredible Black man. See, that's why I think Black men are just awesome. They're awesome. They are the awesomeness of life. And he put me where I am now through him. And so I was going to retire. I said, hey, God just put me on an island. Give me a boyfriend, but put me on an island. It's been 3 years now. Come on.
Right.
But he said, no, you still have work to do.
I'm
still here with you.
Thank you. So let's go back really quick, Jamie. I want to go back to when you first knew what you were going to do. Most of us, all of your followers, all of your fans, we all know and love you for Sister Sister magazine. And in particular, because I've had many conversations with people, and I've heard stories from when I was in college and I didn't have a lot of money. I would rely on Sister Sister magazine to keep me up with pop culture and what was going on. Or when I was in the airport, I would go to the nearest bookstore and pick up my Sister Sister magazine.
Appreciate that too, yeah.
Before Sister Sister magazine, and you were impacting lives through your publication, how did you get introduced to journalism, to media?
Okay, I was Bob Johnson's secretary. I started off with Bob. I think he started BET in 1980. I came in 1981. I was his secretary. I had to do everything. I had to write the letters for advertising. I had to do put the commercials on the site. It was TV at that time on cable. I had to do his contracts, and I had to write the pilot for for Video Soul with Donnie
Video
Simpson.
Soul with Donnie Simpson.
Yes.
So Jamie, you basically played a major role in terms of the ignition of BET with Bob Johnson.
Right. It was only about 8 of us at that time.
Wow.
Now the interesting thing about that is that what I noticed today, that our kids don't have gifts to give. You have to have a gift. You have to have a skill in order for someone to pay you for that, for you to get a job. And I had many gifts because I had been well educated. I had just gotten back from Europe. I studied in Europe for 9 years. My husband had gotten his doctorate at the University of Stockholm in Sweden. And I had my master's. I had been a patent attorney's clerk, so I took shorthand at 120 words per minute. I typed at 95 words per minute, and I was an English major. So I knew English. That was very important, because Bob had hired people that would put a semicolon in the middle of a sentence that didn't know how, grammar wasn't correct either. So he was so glad to get me when I walked in his office. He said, can you start right away? Can you start right away? And that was right before Christmas. I said, I'll come back at the beginning of the new year. And I did. And then I was there. It was a lot to do. So you had to be everything. In fact, I wrote the commercial for the pilot for Donnie Simpson's show.
Video Soul.
Video Soul, but it was 2 people. It was Donnie and a woman named Sheila at that time, but became just Donnie after that. And then as BET grew, Bob said, what do you want to be? Do you want to be over here in corporate, or do you want to be in production? And I said, I want to be in production. So I became an associate producer. And from then, I became the person that had to book the talent. So that was like letting the lioness out of the cage at that time. Because it was a 2-hour show, and it was live. So I had to make sure that the artists were there and on time before Donnie came. I think it was started at 1 o'clock. And before Donnie got off, he had a radio show in the morning, and he'd come. And I would have everything, the set, the artist there. I would have asked all the questions and, gotten them ready for the interview with Donnie. But that is what gave me the opportunity to know not only the artist, but also who brought the artist.
Right.
That's very important, because that's your access to them, that person. But when I started writing and I needed to have the artist for the magazine, I called that person who was now vice president of this, vice president of promotion at the record labels. They had moved up, and so they had money at that time. So I was able to get money from those people, those little minions that used to bring their artists in. They were now, they had millions of dollars that they could spend money with my magazine.
Wow. So Jamie, that's an incredible introduction. And what I really wanted people to understand as well is what you did that was so extraordinary. And I don't know if you know this or not. Before there was social media has taken over. And now, there's really no sense of celebrity in terms of separation from what we see on TV or what we see in terms of their intimate personal lives. It's all open now.
Yeah, it is.
One of the things that I think people don't understand in terms of your legacy is that you were able to connect with celebrities before there was TMZ and social media and all these other different social media outlets, and really connect to where people would open up to you. I would love just to read your magazine to get all the tea. What do you think it was about you, or what is about you today, where people still naturally feel compelled to be open with you and just naturally gravitate to you? I've seen, we've hung out before, and I've seen people stop dead in their tracks, come to you, just be like, hey, Jamie, hey, auntie, hey, mom, and just connect. What is the thing about you think that cultivates or draws people to you, and how you were able back in those days in the 90s and the early 2000s for people to open up?
Well, first of all, when I wasn't a writer, I never wanted to write. I never even thought about it. But these are gifts. When God brings something to you, He's already prepared you for it. And my husband, I couldn't write. I didn't know how to write. I had access to the artists and I had access to the money and stuff. But I'm like, honey, I don't know how to put my thoughts down. It was a white man named Joe Loris who had a magazine called Impact Magazine. It was a music magazine. He used to call me up at midnight and say, "Downtown Jamie Brown, you awake?" Because I was at BET. And I said, "I am now." I was never rude to him. I just said, "Listen, no, I don't talk like that." He's calling for a reason. Listen and find out why is he calling you. But the interesting thing was that my husband was right there, and he didn't mind. He would just say, "Okay, honey, take it in the other room. My men won't do that." Okay. I concentrate on my husband here because he's actually the reason why I'm here talking to you today. And so a lot of people put down black men. I think they're the most awesome species on earth. So you can't say anything to me negative about black men. I'm sorry. But anyway, so Joe was the one who would tell me, "Have you heard about this thing called rap? What is that?" Well, he would tell me about Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam. He would tell me about John McClain, who took Janet Jackson and put her with the best stylists, put her with Paula Abdul, got Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam to do the music and got us ready for her to talk to her. What have you done for me lately? So I was always kind of ahead of time when I would go back to write the script for Donnie Simpson. Now, I really couldn't write. It was up next 3 videos. That's all the writing I did. And yes, as the BET grew, I became more important because I did question and answer. So you had to have. I felt that my people need to hear what I have to say. I was raised well. I was taught well. And I came back from Europe in the 70s, and I see all my girlfriends got babies, no husbands, and where's the man? He's in jail doing drugs and everything. I was like out of my mind. I said, what happened to my people? Also, when I was in Sweden, I realized I was devoid of most black folks. I was around mostly white people. Nice, very nice people. But I said, dang, my people have all this energy and they have all this talent and creativity, and the black men are so beautifully made and engineered and designed. And I'm like, what? I'm missing all this, And my husband is like this. I want to say the S word, but I
sugar honey iced tea.
Sugar honey iced tea.
Her husband was the sugar honey iced tea.
So wonderful, and I was so grateful God gave me that man. So He gave him to me for a reason. And my husband was telling me, I said, honey, I really can't write. I want to do this. Joe Loris, the white guy, said, I want you to write in my magazine. I said, Joe, I can't write. And he said, yes, you can. I said, no, I can't. And he said, he said, what would you write about? I said, videos, I guess. I came up with this thing about how videos were made, how much it cost, what it took to get it there and all that. And so I would interview the producer, the director, the artists themselves. And but I told my husband, I said, Lorenzo, I don't even know how to start. He said, honey, do a mind dump on the page, and I will help you sort it out. And that's what he did.
Wow.
And that's how I got started.
Wow. That is incredible. I love it. It was like you said, God had already had it set. And you already had the gift.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, because I think what a lot of people want to know is we've missed you, Jamie. Mm-hmm. All your fans,
I've missed you.
All your children, all your babies, we've missed you. And I know after the passing of your late husband Lorenzo, you took some time off. And now that you are back, what are some of the things that we can expect to see from Jamie Foster Brown in the next remaining months of 2018?
Well, I'm back because of 2 black young men. First, there was this young guy named Dante from the church. God told him to come over here and help this woman, okay? And he did for a while. He did his part, which I appreciated. And in doing his part, he exposed me. You got to go to, I think they were doing a dinner they're going to try and build a museum for hip hop museum. He sent me to that dinner that night. He couldn't go, Dante couldn't go, but he sent a young guy to go and film, anyone that I needed to interview with and all that. And there I met Jason Swanston, who's a techie, who is a social media guru, and he has his own channels, which are amazing. He has patents on his channels where you can have a channel, and I can look at you, FaceTime you while we're watching the channel together. I can buy what's on.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, girl. So anyway, I didn't know this boy could do that, but anyway, I met him there, and then he became the social media person. And so that's why I'm talking to you now, because he's kind of brought me back, and I'm like, oh, Jason, I don't feel like doing it. And he'll be up. No. He's up in the wee hours. He's data mining. He's going on that Facebook. He's telling me. He's also asking me all these questions about my life and want to know. He thinks I'm an OG, because I've done all this stuff. And he's a historian, so he wants to capture me now and what we've done, and what, it wasn't just me by myself. My husband, a beautiful team, my sister, all of us. I mean, she has Starlights by Stella, which was incredible, So so I'm here because of Black men.
Love it.
Again.
Love it.
Again.
I love Black men too, Jamie. So
I know you do. I think I'm loving them different from the way you love them. This ain't just no corporate love.
How do you think I love Black men?
I don't know.
Teach me.
Because you smile, honey. You think, oh my God. They're so amazing. I've been to your party, so I know. I have been to her hip shaking party.
Yes, we were so happy to have you there too. That was a great time.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
You were dancing all night.
You could.
Every time I looked at you, I was like, Jamie's not gonna. I'm like, Jamie.
I barely said hello to her. Excuse me. Hi, honey. Happy birthday.
You being in there, and we did the pink carpet. That was all that mattered.
That was it. After that, where's the music? Where's the dance floor? I don't even care who's dancing in front of me. I close my eyes anyway because I'm dancing with God. Because music comes from, I think, it's so much, it moves through me and it puts me in different places. So it's like almost sex to me, because I can go anywhere in my mind, especially when I'm depressed. If I put that music on, I put on a lot of like Richard Smallwood music like that also, but I put on good music, and I think about that person who God gave that gift to, that they could make other people happy and dance to. I just look at things different from most people.
Speaking of different, I know, Jamie, you got some stuff coming out. As your fans are out there, excited to have you back. The Jamie Foster Brown. How can we support you? What are some major projects that you're working on that we can be anticipating and locking in our calendar? Yeah. So on this date, we know Jamie is coming out with this.
Well, between Jason and I, the thing that it elevates me is that Jason is a historian also. So he pulls things out of me that I didn't know were there, or I didn't remember were there. I've been in the business since 1981.
Wow.
That's a long time. So he makes me remember things. But right now, I want us to learn as a people how to bundle. Verizon bundles, honey. You got the telephone.
This is true.
Internet. They bundle. We can bundle too. It's tough times not only for us, but for other people too. It's just a tough time right now. Not so many jobs. Factories have closed down. Drugs have been just poured into our communities. They've just tried to devastate us, and they pretty much got a lot of devastation done, about 70%. But there's still 30% we can come back. I think that with our men were put in jail, we don't have any men to marry anymore. It's very difficult. All the penises are in the penal system. Pisses me off. Really does piss me off. Like, how did that happen? How did we get all the drugs over here? Did we fly them over here? No. This is deliberate. So then they teach us how to talk negatively about ourselves. That has to stop. It also means that, look, if I'm making less money than I was before, but you got some money over here. You got kids. I got kids. Let's get a bigger house. Let's bundle. Okay? Let's share the rent, share the food, share the kids. I can't get off work in time. That's all right, girl. I got you. I get the kids. Okay, well, I get the food. You understand what I'm saying? We can learn how to be a village again. That's who we were. That's what we did. When we were in Africa, we gathered, the women went to gathered the water together and brought it back to the village. The men hunted together. They shared the meat. We can do that today. That's what I'm about. I'm going to teach you about that. I'm going to be loving on you the whole time. I'm going to be fussing a little bit.
Right.
You know, because I don't like that we call each other terrible things. We're not terrible people.
Right.
Terrible things were done to us. We react to that. We embrace that, what was told to us that was negative. I don't embrace it. I don't embrace it at all. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, God wakes me up again. I'm like, it's like, wait, this is so true. Because, you know, I went through depression when my husband died. I said, I'm just tired. I just did enough. He says, I'm not done with you yet. He waked me up. He said, write this down. And I'm scrambling this in the I'm still asleep. And I'm trying to find a pen and pencil. Where's my phone? And then when I texted my phone, I can't read my text the next day because I'm not good. I said, what the hell did I write? And it hasn't come back, so I know I got to write it down. Right. He'll say, this is what I want you to say to your kids, Jamie. And I have a lot to say. And I'm going to be saying that on the site. I'm going to also teach us about, there's a lot going on with global warming. So I said, okay, all right, God, what do we do now? I do remember Katrina. When Katrina hit, I don't know if people know this, but Cash Money, they had tractor trailers full of food and everything from Walmart. They emptied out Walmart, took it down there to them, to the Superdome, turned away.
Wow.
So your government ain't going to take care of you, so now I have to take care of you. I got to let you know the essentials that you need to have. Also, if you get separated from your loved ones and your phones, the cell's not working, is there a designated place that you know we're going to meet at some point at this place? We go, you know, just how do we take care of ourselves? How much water do we need? What do we need? Batteries and, you know, comforters and all these things. I went to my girlfriend's house the other day. She's in her basement. Girl, she got a Walmart in her basement ready.
Wow.
So all of us can't do that, but we can do something. I can tell you, look, you get this part. I get this part. We get together.
I want the food part, Jamie. Just put me in charge.
I don't trust you with the food. You eat up every damn thing, girl. No food for Denise. You got it. We got it. But I'm in love with you all. You got your girlfriends. We got girlfriends.
Yes.
We got guy friends. You know, we still have a lot. And every time I look at you all, I fall in love with you again. And even though I see things that break my damn heart when I watch all the reality shows, one of my girlfriends called up and said, girl, these shows are demonic. I was surprised she said that because she's been in the shows, but I've been in the shows too, but I wasn't there to hurt. I don't know what happened to religion and do unto others. You know, like for many people, religion is not cool. And I think God is the coolest thing out. And Jesus, Lord, that was my man, girl.
Yes.
That's my boy. You know, so that's why I talked to him. You know, and I was brought up in a way. I'm so happy the way I was brought up. Because my father used to sit us on the sofa as 3 girls, 1 guy, my boy, my brother. Hey, you girls are sitting on the gold mine. You don't let anybody go digging in it. You understand? Telling my brother, you keep your little Peter in your pocket. You know, don't be having all these babies out there, don't know father, don't know who, we don't know what our lineage is, nothing. We just having kids. Children have to be nurtured and raised properly, not yelled at, not beaten. And we can do that because we are an amazing race. It's just that somebody else, Cain's kids, understand what I'm saying now? Not all of them, but there was Abel, who was killed. There was Cain, who we know was a bad person. But there was Seth, and that's Jesus' line. I didn't know that till recently. That's one of the things that God showed me
Wow.
through the movie Noah. I said, well, where did Noah come from? Okay, Abel didn't have any kids because I wasn't in the church when I was young, like I should have been. I said, there was Cain, and he was terrible, they were killing and fighting and struggling. Where did Noah come from? They said from Seth, and that's Jesus' line.
Wow.
Yes.
See, Jamie, this is why I think I speak for many, not just women and not just people of color, but just people in general. We don't have these types of conversations, and we don't have these types of conversations with people who have lived it and appreciate the fundamentals of our existence. Especially what I get from you is the love and the great energy and the adoration of Black men and just humanity. And I wanted to make sure that in my role as the effective communication coach, that I continue to leverage the relationships, because I know God put you in my life for a reason, because we met. Yes, we met at the BET Honors. I don't know if you remember this, at the BET Honors event. And I walked up to you and I said, "Oh my God, you're Jamie Foster Brown."
At the BET Honors? I thought we met at the other event.
At Howard Theater. It was the,
that was the Hill Harbor. Yeah,
see,
okay.
She remembers better than I do. See, this is why when you take care of yourself and you're 71 years young and you're sitting next to a 41-year-old woman who can't even remember, this is why.
She's a baby.
So let me ask you this too really quick before, because I want to make sure that we leave more for people to anticipate. Mm-hmm. Give me your secrets, Jamie. You look fabulous. You're beautiful. You are an amazingly just gorgeous woman. 71 years young. Can you just give the sisters out here, all women, 3 tidbits on your regimen? What you eat, your regimen?
No. I do, there was another blessing sent to me. In fact, that blessing might be walking in here any day now. Any minute now. His name is Jimmy Hester. Okay. And he introduced me to Dr. Ronnie, who lived on Martha's Vineyard. And they taught me and my husband how to eat and what happens to our bodies when we're eating a bunch of fried chicken and carbs and things like that. So it was the first tsunami that hit. It was that night that they took us up to Martha's Vineyard. And the tsunami, that was the first time I had even heard of a tsunami. Mm-hmm. And they put us to bed at 8 o'clock. Sleeping is very important. I sleep a lot because you have to give the body time to regenerate, to restore itself. Also, you have to be careful how you mix foods. A lot of us want to have like hamburger, French fries, a soda that's a lot of sugar, that's a lot of carbs, and that's not necessarily good for us. We really need to have more vegetables and, like chicken with skin on. I'm not like that all the time, but I'm just very careful and I dance. We don't dance like we used to.
We do not.
Oh my God.
Jamie is an amazing dancer. For y'all don't know, if you want to get in good with Jamie, walk up to her and just dance. Yes, Chi-Town.
I'm Chicago. We grew up with all these dances. I'm so happy when I'm dancing. It's almost like having sex. Not quite. Okay, God, I'm going to... Because I've been asking.
There's nothing wrong with talking about dance or sex on my show. You're fine. Go ahead.
I'm dealing with God.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
He said, Jamie, not too much at one time.
Yes, you're right. Okay. Increment.
Yeah, in increments. But I think that's one of the things that keeps me so happy. And I would get up and I haven't done it lately, so I'm surprised that my body is snatching itself back, even though I stopped exercising. But I started dancing again just maybe 3 days ago. I would get up in the morning, I would listen to Richard Smallwood and all, Dottie McClurkin and all of them. I'm just full of Jesus, I'm just full of you. And then he would just give me all the energy, and I would put on that R&B music, girl. I have myself a Negro good time.
I love it.
By myself, with my weights and my little step thing. That's a dance. I dance for 15, 20 minutes.
So dancing, diet, and sleep.
Sleep is very important.
Which I find so interesting that you say that, because our generation is taught that you sleep when you're dead.
No.
You eat when you can, whatever you can get your hands on.
Oh my God.
And you have to be in a gym in order to exercise. That's what we've been conditioned to. Mm-mm. So I appreciate you sharing that.
They put us to sleep at 8 o'clock in the evening. We had to go to bed at 8 o'clock. Now, that doesn't mean that you all could go to bed at 8 o'clock. Right. But I was in a health spa and with Dr. Ronnie's. But it taught me to sleep when I'm tired. I take naps, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It may be 2 or 3 hours.
Wow.
Because if I need it, I'll take it.
Love it.
Yeah, so
Jamie?
take your nap, sleep, and eat good stuff. I know some person over there behind the camera don't eat worth
I think we all in this room are probably the minority.
All my children, y'all gotta eat. Well, take care of your little beautiful bodies. Ain't nobody like black body. There's nobody like a black body. Okay, I'm in love with y'all.
And we love your body, Jamie. You're giving me hope.
I will show you how to do a couple more dances.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I was teaching her how to dance, how a man can dance with you. You women are not used to men holding you, and I feel sad about that.
We're not used to what, Jamie? Just say that one more
men
time.
Holding you. I have so many girlfriends that just want to be held by a man.
I'm getting off. Okay, let me stay on track.
Even if it's your father, they don't have their fathers there.
Right.
We have to help our men.
Jamie, I just love you. We love you.
Too.
So many people love you. We thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to take time out of your busy schedule.
It is busy.
I know it is.
But you're worth it, baby.
Oh, thank you, Jamie.
Always. And
I love you so much.
We got other projects to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know if Jason gonna let us do that.
Well, if we dance with Jason, he'll.
No, he
won't.
Knucklehead.
So, Jamie, really quick before we close out, tell your fans, your followers, and your incoming fans where they can find you, where they can follow you.
Oh, then Jason has me on my Facebook, the Sister to Sister Mag page,
okay,
and Instagram on the Jamie Foster Brown also. And what Jason has done is that he's teaching. The millennials are in there, the Gen X's are in there.
All the generations.
All generations are in there because we're not taught a damn thing. Mm-hmm. We're not taught about ourselves in school. So you can forget about that, and then we're talking nonsense out in the street. Mm-hmm. So if you want to know what's happening with us and who we are and all the inventors and stuff, Jason is a historian, so that Negro keeps me up on everything. And so you come on my site, we're going to keep you up on everything. We're going to love on you. We want you all to be well and healthy and smart. Educated and black.
Educated, loved, fed, soul, all that. Follow Jamie Foster Brown. She is, again, a living legend. Get it now while you can. Follow her, support her. Thank you so much for watching. There will be more. And then if you also want to follow me, you can go to @RealCommCoach. That's RealComm Coach on Instagram. And I am the Effective Communication Coach on Facebook.
Yes, she is. She is very, very smart. You used to surprise me with all that education.
I try every day.
Oh, this girl is so brilliant.
Oh,
she is so brilliant and so kind. Love you.
I love you, Jamie.
Oh, give your son some love from me.
I will. Darren, shout out from Jamie.
Darren, okay.
Thank you so much. More to come. Stay tuned.
Bye, my babies.
That was.
Oh my God, that was great.
Wasn't that great?
Minutes, my arms are like
23 minutes.
33.
Oh my God.
I felt like 10.
Too much.
Yeah.
We're gonna edit it.
You guys did a really good job.
We're gonna make it. They need to hear what you said, Jamie.
Oh my God.
Wasn't that? Didn't you feel like educated?
Like I sat there, I didn't move for 33 minutes, and I was like captivated on the end of my.
That's Jamie.
I
We're gonna
have
chop
so
it
much
up
work to
into
do.
5-minute increments. Oh, we're still live? Okay.
I'm still live, Thank you all for being here with me. Thank you for following us. I want you to give us as much information as you learn something. Teach me, teach Jason, teach Denise, okay? Because that's the way we have to share. Everything is sharing. Remember, we went down to the water to gather the water, to share. Our men hunted together to get the meat, to share. We can all eat. We can all take care of each other and take care of each other's kids, too. Our babies are suffering. See you next time.